These six quarterbacks can be the reason you win your league or the reason you lose your league. They're high upside, but they also have a chance of being nobodies, and you're taking them at a pretty good penny. Now, we're not talking about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, where, they might suck. You know, listen, you're going elite quarterback for a reason. The floor is quite high for those guys, and the ceiling is even higher. These are guys that are going to be kind of middle of the pack, ADP around 90. And we'll talk about it because you are investing pretty good in a starting quarterback. You're taking a guy around an ADP of 80, 90, maybe a little bit before that, right? The first name of this video is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is currently ranked on ESPN as the QB number 9. In best ball, he's getting drafted at an ADP of 88.8. Now, the reason I like Kyler Murray at his price of quarterback number 9 is because looking at his finishes, 2019, rookie year, QB 9. 2020, QB5, 2021, QB3, QB7, QB10, and then last year, QB12. Now, obviously, in 2022 and 2023, he played 19 combined games. So health was a concern in those 2 years. 2021, he also missed a few games, but came back in 2024. He played all of the games. But the thing that we saw with Kyler Murray in 2024 is we saw not so great passing numbers. Like, he wasn't the passer we wanted to see. Marvin Harrison Jr. wasn't that elite level wide receiver in his rookie season, and he didn't necessarily elevate Kyler Murray's passing game. Like, if we look at Kyler Murray, like, his touchdown numbers were low in 2020 and 2021. He had like 50% more touchdowns than what we've been seeing over the last 3 years. Now, Kyler Murray did say that he would like to start running the ball a little bit more. He said that he was still a little bit, he still was scared coming off of the injury. He was still feeling it. He didn't want to push it too far, so he wasn't running the ball as much as he could have. That's good news. Now, it's bad news if it results in him getting murdered and injured, because then you're screwed. But Kyler Murray at QB9 seems like a pretty good price. I've been taking Kyler Murray in a lot of my leagues, a lot of my drafts, for this one reason. At an ADP of 90, the guys he's getting drafted around are all kind of trash, in my opinion. Like, you got Deebo Samuel, I don't want him. You got Brock Purdy, no rushing upside. I really don't like Brock Purdy. I wouldn't even call him a league winner. Ramondre Stevenson, who's an RB2. Jaylen Warren, RB2. Cooper Kupp, Jawan Jennings. I'm not excited about any of those guys, but I'm excited about Kyler Murray. I think he is somebody that can win, or he's dangerous. Next name, similar tier right here, Justin Fields. Now, in a best ball draft, Justin Fields has an ADP of 114. Bro, listen, Justin Fields can win best ball for you. He will make you a lot of money. In 2022, Justin Fields had 75 rushing yards per game. 76. Jeez, get your glasses checked, buddy. 76 rushing yards per game. He was the QB number 5 overall. Justin Fields is currently in a redraft league. He's ranked quite low at quarterback. Look, start scrolling. He's QB number 14. Now, the games where Justin Fields has played, Justin Fields has shown that a majority of the time he will give you a top 10 QB finish on a week-to-week basis. Now, there are going to be some weeks where Justin Fields comes out and he's absolutely trash, but you're going to live with that because he's going to win you a lot of those weeks with the high rushing upside. Looking at the projections, because I don't care about the points per game projections, I care about what the sports books are putting out for stat projections. They have him projected for like 14 passing touchdowns on the year. So they're predicting that Justin Fields is a nobody passing it. His over-under for passing yards is 2,500. That is the worst. I mean, that is embarrassing, right? So, like, if that's the case, we're kind of screwed. But they are giving him, obviously, a very favorable rushing line. So I'm kind of all in on Justin Fields smashing expectations with the Jets. He's playing for his livelihood. Like, this is his make-or-break season. I know he has a 2-year deal, but Justin Fields can return so much value. Again, Justin Fields, Kyler Murray, I'm actually in on them to win your league rather than lose it. Name 3 is Dak Prescott, and this is where it's hard to tell, right? Like, looking at what Dak Prescott's been over the last, again, drafted in 2016, QB4 finish, QB7, QB3, QB1, QB7, and then we start getting some murkiness. 2022, he plays 12 games, QB14. 2023, bounce back, QB5. 2024, QB21, obviously he was injured, only plays 8 games. So, if we look at what's been happening since 2021, he was the QB7, then he was QB14. Good, then bad. QB5 in 2023, and then bad in 2024, QB21. The law of averages says that he's going to be the QB3 this year, which if he is the QB3, Dak Prescott will win you a lot of money now. Dak Prescott is a very good passer. He's not going to give you any rushing upside, really. Like, he averaged 6 rushing yards per game in 2024 in the 8-game sample that we did see from him. I mean, his first 3 years of his career, he was averaging, about almost one touchdown, about one touchdown on the ground every 2.5 games. Now he's averaging 1 every 10 games. Like, he's not involved in that aspect anymore. We do see George Pickens come in. This is going to be Dak Prescott's best receiving core, probably in his career, one of them at least. I think Prescott's set up for success. I do like Prescott to return value. Now, he's going around ADP of 112 in best ball. It's a bit too high for my liking, but if we look at a redraft league, taking a look at where ESPN currently has him ranked, they have him at QB 13. So they have Prescott ahead of Fields. Dak Prescott, I think that's actually a fair price. Like, you gotta realize, like, we're kind of going for consistency when you take Prescott. The upside, like, he will give you a lot of weeks with 2 or 3 touchdowns. That's kind of the ceiling. Justin Fields does have a higher ceiling than Dak Prescott in my eyes, but Dak Prescott's floor is much higher if it's a world where you don't consider injuries. That's my take on Prescott. QB number 4 of the video is Caleb Williams, and now we get to the trash guy. Sorry, I don't want to call him trash. We get to the guys where I'm not as high on as the market. Caleb Williams has an ADP of 99 in best ball, and looking at where he's ranked in a redraft league, they have him at the QB 11, ahead of Herbert, ahead of Prescott, ahead of Justin Fields, ahead of Drake May, and I don't know why. If we look at his 2024 season, he was the QB 19. So I understand he's heading into year 2. They improve the offense, offensive line, tight end, Luther Burden, a Doomsday going into year 2. I don't think Rome Odunze going into year 2 is that exciting. I mean, it is for Caleb Williams, but I'm not taking Rome Odunze in my drafts. Luther Burden's exciting. Colston Loveland's exciting. So I do understand why Caleb Williams is somebody that's a riser. I'm just not taking much of him. He did average 29 rushing yards per game in 2024, so there's some rushing upside. But he wasn't a good passer. Five average yards per attempt was 5.8, 63% completion percentage, which is all right. It's kind of average. 1.2 touchdowns per game, not great. 208 passing yards per game, not great. I'm not really seeing what stats are making people like week 17, 6 points against Seattle. Week 18, 10 points versus Green Bay. The highest PPR points per game finish was week 6 with 29. And then, his ceiling is just capped compared to these guys. So I'm actually out on Caleb Williams. I think he can be a dangerous selection this year. Next name up is Baker Mayfield. Now, Baker Mayfield had a QB4 finish. His best finish by far of his career in 2024. He is set up for success once again. Now, the reason Baker Mayfield is such a risky pick, he has an ADP of 78, so it's the highest ADP we've seen so far. And every other year of his career, all 6 other years besides 2024, he wasn't great. And the main thing that's different, right? If I'm looking at what's different, he did throw, his next best year was QB 11 in his rookie year, and he threw for 2, besides his rookie year where he was QB 11, just get rid of that year, right? 264 passing yards in 2024 per game. Besides that, every other year he was averaging 220. So he did take a step forward in that aspect. His completion percentage was definitely better. But the main indicator that you look at, touchdowns per game, 2.5 touchdown passes per game is insane. The rest of his career, he's been averaging 1.4 touchdowns per game passing. So that's why he was so good. His rushing upside, he did average 22 rushing yards per game on about 3 carries per game, which is pretty good as well. I think Baker Mayfield definitely can be somebody where he's the problem is, in best ball, he's currently the QB number 7. And in a redraft league, Baker Mayfield's QB number 7 as well at ADP 91. Around an ADP of 91, he's going around Kyler, Prescott. If you get him around Prescott, I agree. I like that. I don't know. I love the Buccaneers wide receiver room. I love the situation. I just feel like we're drafting him at his ceiling, which is something I don't love, but the consistency is there, which is why he's kind of a boomer bust, dangerous league winner, league loser type pick. Last name of the video is Bo Nix. He averaged 18.7 PPR points per game, QB 8 finish in points per game in his rookie season. So I do like this. This is actually my first time breaking down Bo Nix, and I'm glad I am, because when I'm on the clock in my redraft league that I care about, I want to know who I'm taking for quarterback, and I like knowing that Bo Nix is an option. He's ADP of 95 right now in best ball, looking at his redraft league, ADP right there. He's pretty high. He's QB number 8, so we're drafting him for the finish he just had, which is kind of scary. But this is somebody we're going into year 2. I do believe in him a bit more. Now, the Broncos didn't really do much to bolster the offense, in my opinion, right? Like, they don't really bring in any great tight ends. The wide receiver... actually, let me rephrase. I'm hallucinating. They bring in Evan Ingram, which is exciting. I meant they don't bring in any great wide receivers. You have Cortland Sutton as the alpha. Marvin Mims is trash. He's good, he's good, decent in real life, I guess, but like not really, and then not great for fantasy, except for Week 17 last year. Then you got Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant's the main unknown in this offense, but I'm kind of taking Bo Nix and saying, listen, he had 5 carries a game, 25 rushing yards a game. What if Bo Nix comes out, maintains his passing, or gets better, and he increases his rushing yards to like 33 yards a game? Then Bo Nix could be the QB6, and he could return a good fantasy football season to help you win your league. Those are 6 quarterbacks that are make or break, boom or bust. Win your league, lose your league. Dangerous picks, but all high upside. Let's go win your league, man. Smash the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.